No,
Oh.
there probably won't be a map tonight. However, I will be putting something in your guys' journals for you all to peruse, perhaps.
Uh-oh.
We'll be seeing if you get access to that or not.
Oh, I want to.
By the way, it's raining here, so I may cut out. We'll see.
Bye, baby.
Now then, to start, Dave, you've touched another one of the runes. You now realize that these are portals to other worlds, and you have gone back to meet up with Whiskey Finest Convoy. With you is Bo, Kane, Orland. Well, essentially everyone who was there, who was here 2 days ago, with the addition of Blade Daddy.
Ouch.
And
And
Aberforth.
Aberforth.
Oh yeah,
Dave,
Aberforth, what's up?
Dave switched. Got it.
No, David's still here.
Oh, Dave is here too. Okay,
Everybody, but also Aberforth and Blade Daddy.
I understand.
All right. You're at Whiskey Finest's group. Aberforth and Blade Daddy, you do
Yes.
not know about this rune situation because for whatever reason, the portals haven't been working right lately. You guys are aware that in the Tantalium, Tyr has been getting quite pissed off at this fact, and he hasn't been able to see anything that's gone down in the Underdark.
Well, that's because it's dark.
Oh my god.
If anyone makes that joke one more time, I will permanently bar your characters from gaining inspiration.
If I didn't value my face.
Yeah, and also, if anyone makes the joke, Bo gets his scar back.
No way! No, hold on!
Oh no, everybody jumps at the chance.
According to the bard, you're barred. You're all barred. You're barred from the joke.
That one almost was bad enough to warrant the punishment. In any event, so you guys should the only people aware that Tyr hasn't been able to really see in the Underdark is Aberforth and Blade Dancer. The other four of you are not aware. The same as how Blade Dancer and Aberforth, you guys are not aware that they've figured out what the runes do. It's up to you guys if you want to share this information with the party or not.
I mean, I'm sure we do, but not in front of what's-his-face.
Yeah, I'm assuming that you guys get a chance to talk as Aberforth and Blade Dancer are warped in.
Okay, cool.
In fact, Aberforth and Blade Dancer, you guys are only here to be like, hey, what happened? And then Tyr was going to pull you back in. But if they are you guys as a group then telling Aberforth and Blade Dancer about the runes? After they tell you that Tyr can't see what's been happening down here?
I'm sure. I mean, I would be fine with it, but...
If he can't see what's going on down here, he can't hear it anyway, so let's just go with it.
So, they tell you that, and Aberforth and Hasius, you guys should have been pulled back by now. For whatever reason, you're not finding yourselves back in the Tantalium.
Guess his powers don't work where he can't see. Maybe he should have opened his eyes.
Well, you said he was saying that the portals weren't working, right?
Yep.
Maybe Tyr can't get it up.
Oh god. Gross.
The portals! The portals, of course. What else would I be referring to?
I mean,
I
to
am
be fair,
And appalled. You would misconstrue my carefully worded... Yeah, no, it was totally a dick joke.
as big as he is, he probably hasn't seen it for a few years.
Oh. Okay, that was a hit below the belt.
Yeah, he
I
can't
think
see
it was
below the belt.
basically at the belt.
Finger guns are given by Bo.
Okay, can we please stop this and move on?
In any event,
Sure. Yeah, you're probably stuck with us.
so you guys share all the information between each other, and yeah, are you going back to hang out with Whiskey Finest?
Yeah.
Yeah, our new bro.
All right. You guys go to the meeting spot, and you find Whiskey Finest and company already there. They're actually cooking on a fire, and it smells absolutely delicious.
Okay.
Hello, friends.
It smells delicious.
As Orland calls out, a couple of the dwarves who are guarding the perimeter notice you, and you guys hear the caulking of many, many, many guns in the darkness before one of the sentries calls out, "Oh, it's them!" And you guys are waved along through and kind of rushed and jostled to around the campfire where Whiskey Finest sits on a very, very fancy-looking chair with his wife on a chair beside him. And he's got a goblet filled with some sort of green liquid that he's drinking, and his face seems very red.
Is his nose red?
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
And
That must mean that he is an illithid, as we figured out the other day.
he very, very loudly greets you all and is like, "Ah! The heroes have returned with 4 more of you than there were previously."
Oh.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Cave-ins. Shrugs. What are you gonna do?
We just added 2 people, but because he's drunk, he sees 4.
He's seeing double, yeah.
And you guys realize that he's cross-eyed right now.
Same.
Yeah, well, cave-ins. What are you gonna do, right?
He laughs and says, "Without your cave-ins, we wouldn't have discovered all the fish in the Rawls." And he's like visibly sloshed out of his mind. You can see him kind of like slumped in his chair a little, the goblet spilling more liquid all over his beard.
Did he say all the fish?
All the fish.
Fish,
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah, the little crabby cave fishies. Come, sit. We're eating the fishies now. And he gestures towards the fire.
Is there like a big ass crab claw on the fire?
There is a big ass crab on the fire. It
Fuck
looks
yes.
exactly like the cave fishers you guys ate. Yeah, so you guys defeated.
I ain't above eating giant crab claws.
And come have a drink. And he snaps his fingers, and one of the squires brings out a green, a golden goblet filled with the same green liquid he's drinking.
I'm underage.
Nobody's underage when we're in hell, laddie.
Where the hell?
We're in hell. You're all dead. You just don't realize it yet.
Don't worry, kid. He's just drunk.
I mean, it's not exactly wrong.
So you guys all have a goblet.
Okay.
Oh, but Dave, you're a growing boy. Here, I insist you drink mine too.
Okay. Dave has 2 goblets.
Is anyone gonna drink their goblet? What are you guys doing?
How do you drink this?
Oh,
You tip the cup to your lips and tilt it, and it goes down your throat.
For both?
One at a time.
Okay. Dave slams the first one.
Oh god!
all right, Dave. The first thing that you should realize is that this doesn't pour down your throat like a water liquid does, but instead it kind of like sticks
Yes.
as it goes down, and it's very, very warm.
Drink up.
As it slowly drips into your gut. The second thing you need to do is immediately lose 3/4 of your HP and fall unconscious
Nice.
because you are extremely intoxicated and you are underage. I mean, this is like your first experience with alcohol, right?
Technically second, because someone forced him to drink something earlier. I can't remember when.
I think I
was
remember
milk,
that.
wasn't it?
I think I remember that, Martin, but I want you to think like you just drank rubbing alcohol or like something like far, far worse. Like you essentially drank absinthe, but like on speed.
Exactly. I mean, this is fine.
Sludgy absinthe on speed.
And the other goblet falls from your hands. And Dave, the second your head hits the ground, you immediately wake back up. And you are super intoxicated. Be aware of this while role playing. Kane, Kane, you drank yours?
Huh? I'll drink mine.
Did you drink yours, or I heard you say the word drink up?
I'll drink mine.
Okay, Kane, same effect.
What does it lose 3/4 of my health?
3/4 of your health, fall unconscious, hit the ground, immediately get back up, but super, super drunk. And Kane, I'm gonna message you something that you are fully aware of.
I'm fully aware of it, but that's more out of character.
So, anyone else doing anything?
What the hell?
I want to gather some blah blah blah. Some supplies. Mention to him. I know Whiskey Finance is too drunk to argue, probably, or maybe he's so drunk he has to argue. We'll see.
His eyes are crossed.
So, in case we get split again, I want to gather some stuff in my bag.
You have a child
So-
hanging off of you, Bo.
Says why?
Dave is hanging off of you.
I let him drop to the ground.
Huh?
I drop it. I flat out dead weight, just bloop, let him drop. I'm gonna go get some supplies, so if that kind of shit happens again, we're covered.
A surprise for me?
Yes, a surprise.
Whiskey Finest wife asks where you're going.
Over to the box with food and supplies. I'm just gonna grab a couple, put them in my bag, so if we ever get split again, we'll have enough food to last us 24 hours in case we can't meet back up with you immediately.
A wise choice.
Yeah.
You're free. And then Whiskey Finest goes, did somebody say a Blaze Doyce? And like, as he says Doyce, his tongue kind of sticks out of his mouth and his eyes cross.
Mr. Whiskey.
So yeah, I go and do that.
Whiskey.
Mr. Lady Cave. And he's drunk as fuck.
So if your name is Whiskey, can I drink you?
Only my wife is allowed to do that, little boy.
Oh, Jesus.
That gets you put on a list.
Yeah, all of a
Oh,
sudden,
no!
SWAT teams start like rappelling into the Underdark. There's the sound of a chopper overhead and sirens in the distance.
Come on with your hands up.
And they take away Whiskey Finest.
I'm not that
We have you surrounded.
young.
Kane, you actually hallucinate that happening, by the way.
The lady.
Step away from the child.
Steps away from the child.
Dave, you suddenly like are hallucinating that you're on an episode of one of those To Catch a Predator.
I'm not that young.
That's what they all say.
Someday I'm young.
Rinder and Blade Dancer.
Rinder's not there. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, sorry, Aberforth and Blade Dancer. You both have a goblet. Are you doing anything with it?
How lit is this area?
There's fire and some torches around. It's pretty well lit. I can't hear you, Martin. Your roleplay is starting to get in the way of mechanics. What was that, Hassius?
So I saw Kane drop.
You saw Kane drop and you saw Dave drop. They both got back up, and they are both drunk as hell.
I'm gonna drink one.
All right.
I get back up.
Same effect, Hassius.
Wait, is
How-
everyone in the group drunk? I mean, like
No.
in the like Whiskey Finest's group.
No, actually, it just seems like Whiskey Finest and a couple other people that you know are very, very high ranked.
Am I allowed to try and what do you call it?
Reduce
Reduce
damage? No.
Huh.
You even with your huge physiology, this drops you on your ass.
Okay. And you said I lose 3/4.
3/4, and then you're back up.
I'm at 10 health. Hell yeah. All right.
Whiskey Finest's wife, you also can note, isn't drinking any. She's like the only one in this like little inner circle. Right now, you guys are like in a circle made by all the wagons. You're in the center of it with a fire going, and there's guards watching the perimeters. There's a couple other wagon circles, but this is like the main one where all the high-ranking people are currently, and all of them, apart from Whiskey Finest's wife, are fucking plastered. And now Aberforth and Bo.
Mm-mm.
Did you know that someone that drinks, if they're a mind flayer, their nose turns red?
You're pretty certain that a rock nearby you said that, Hassius. May, is Aberforth drinking?
No, he actually cast Identify.
Identify! It's cave fisher blood.
Oh,
It is just straight up blood of those crab things. Apparently, it is 100% 100% alcohol.
Yeah, no. He's not drinking it.
Orland?
Question.
Blood! Take
Answer.
my blood!
Does alcohol count as a poison?
Yes.
I want to try drinking it then.
Okay, this is you just still don't. Well, actually, you know what? I will let you have a save. No one else got one, but you get one from your poison resistance. Roll at disadvantage. The con save.
It's
Aw.
blood.
it's poisonous blood.
It is poisonous. That's the whole point of it. This alcoholic effect is a poison. Yeah, no, Orland, you're out. you drop, you
Darn.
get back up, you're drunk.
But I'm immune to poison.
Yeah, this is like it's not entirely poison, and that doesn't make you immune to alcohol.
Would be cool if it did. It also suck.
Bo and Aberforth, you two are the only ones who haven't drank.
Yes.
I pawned my drink off on the kid who dropped it. I'm intentionally not drinking.
I mean, a squire brought you another one.
Yeah, I'm busy going through supplies. I'll drink it later. Thanks, though. And I set it down and ignore it.
The squire picks it up and just stands beside you holding it. You know from like your experience with nobles, that this means that he's essentially going to be like a personal table holding your drink until you're ready for it. It's not like a negative thing at all. This is his job. This is what a squire does.
No, it's fine. I'm a queen. I get it.
Yeah, so he just kind of trots around following you with this goblet of blood in it.
I'll just kind of occasionally, I'll pat him on the head and be like, "You're doing a good job." By the way.
So as like time goes on and you guys do stuff in this camp, it's essentially just everyone, all the high-ranking officers right now, hanging out, getting drunk, and eating cave fishers. Whiskey Finest's wife explains that they managed to capture a bunch of these things fleeing from your cave-in, as you guys disturbed an entire nest of them, and they can nest in upwards of the hundreds.
Cool.
And these things are worth a fuck ton of money. Like,
Well, glad to be of service.
cave fishers, 100% of their body is useful, and as you found out, their blood is essentially a super fucking great alcohol. It's also used to clean the rust off of swords sometimes. But
Yeah.
every part of their body is useful. Like, you can turn their shells into to decorations, and the meat is delicious and considered a delicacy. Like, this is essentially that one, that mythological animal where every part of it is like valuable and useful. That is what these things are.
A unicorn.
Yeah, essentially that is what cave fishers are to the Underdark.
Cool.
Whiskey Finest's wife tells you that her husband appraises it as approximately 300,000 gold. the amount that they'll be making off of this expedition thanks to your cave fisher discovery.
Well, I'm more than happy to be of use, ma'am.
She nods to you. Is there anything you guys wanted to do before going to bed?
I just gathered the same supplies I tried for last time, as much food as I can stuff in my bag of holding, and then generic supplies like bullets and stuff.
I'm not going to go nuts and tell you what you got. Just assume the same stuff you got as last time, okay?
Yeah. 2
I'm
bags
gonna
worth of
start
food.
pissing out in the open.
What was that, Russell?
I'm gonna start pissing out in the open.
All right. Start pissing out in the ocean.
Oh, Lord.
Several of the dwarves that are drunk take that as a challenge, and I'll line up beside you. Y'all start pissing on the open. Are you pissing over the edge of one of the roads, or are you pissing on the road?
Pissing on the road.
Hell yeah.
Piss on Lady Finest.
No.
Oh, come here.
No.
Drink up. Come here.
Oh, drink. No, don't drink the pee.
You know what? I'm not even going to stop you guys, because
Hold on. Are you trying
It's
to
too
get Lady
entertaining.
Finest to drink? Are you trying to get Lady Whiskey Finest to drink your pee?
Oh, no. I was trying to get Isabel. Oh, wait.
Me?
That's not a lady. Right. Queen, but not a...
you were trying to get Bo to do what?
Never mind. I heard lady... Who else didn't drink? And actually stayed in the area with us, because you walked away.
Aberforth. Aberforth is the only one who hasn't drank anything in this area apart from Lady Whiskey Finest.
So while peeing, especially after everyone joins in, I'm gonna chase him while peeing.
What the fuck?
Come on, drink up. Come on.
There's a little gnome being chased around by a giant Goliath, as the Goliath is peeing everywhere.
Dick flopping.
The dwarves find this hilarious and are clapping. No one is coming to help you, Aberforth.
Yeah, I'm not. Bo's laughing too hard to cast hold person. I'm sorry.
When Aberforth and Blade Dancer finish, like when Blade Dancer essentially like finally what was that for?
Me trying to chase him while drunk.
Okay.
That's fair.
Aberforth, roll me, and you can roll me a Constitution to just outrun it to outlast him, and Athletics to run faster than him, and Acrobatics to nimbly get away, or anything. Blade Dancer has rolled an Acrobatics, which means he's trying to he's trying to parkour after you.
Fuck.
He's
Well,
somersault peeing, so it's like fucking.
I'm gonna use that 16 I rolled
You're using the 16-year-old? Okay.
for Constitution, yeah?
For Constitution.
Answer Paul.
So, sadly, Aberforth, a Constitution roll in this case would have had to have like beaten him by at least 5.
Oh,
since
I
he's
didn't know that
parkouring.
shit.
It was gonna be. It was
Well,
going
actually,
to
it'd be
be
16 plus 2, so 18.
all right.
Yeah,
It doesn't beat him by 5. And Aberforth, you are peed upon.
The fuck?
When you guys have finished,
Before starts channeling fireball at the guy.
all right. Blade Dancer, roll me a reflex save at disadvantage.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to make it regular. That's what? Just dexterity?
Yeah.
Actually, what's this? Shit.
Okay. Blade Dancer, you're only going to take half damage from this. I'm going to roll a percentile die here right now, but this session might have just become off rails.
Is
Little bit.
this alcohol flammable?
Yeah, that was
It's
a good
alcohol.
question to ask. A little too late to have asked it.
I mean, I'm not the one that's casting a fireball.
That is a good question, because blood probably isn't.
How far away did we get?
I was assuming you guys were running in little circles around the campfire. Jesus.
So you're just being on everyone.
How big is a fireball radius again?
20-foot radius sphere. So
I'm really glad I'm over by the carts now.
All right. First off, everyone takes that damage, and it's the
No.
full amount.
Wait, who takes it?
Everyone, and it is the full amount.
Not Kane.
Including me after the save.
One moment.
Yeah, I think I might have just died.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean, you
pretty
don't,
sure
you don't
we killed-
insta die. You guys are probably gonna have some pretty bad injuries, though.
So is Kane going to take it when he's all the way over here?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say if people started seeing a fireball being cast, that
Someone.
I mean,
pe-
that's
I know.
Kane.
I rolled some percentile dice as well as like some perception
Oh.
checks for the guards.
If it
The
happened
guards
really
were
bad.
specifically told though, like before people started drinking this shit, to ignore everything going on in the inner camp circles because it's really
well,
alcoholic.
Okay. No, it's fine. I'm fine with it. Doesn't matter. Just keep on moving. I gotta go to work fairly soon. So
Yeah, I'm
is
going.
Is this real fire or special
This
fire?
is real fire.
So I take half because of tiefling, right?
Yes.
Just checking because you said everyone whole, so I'm double checking.
So I'm trying to find appropriate music for this. I guess
You
the
said it was
driver.
20 damage.
No, 35.
It's 35. Jesus.
So there's this huge krakoom and explosion as the fireball hits not the alcohol but the campfire, which then explodes out into a bigger fireball, which then hits the reserves of the cave fisher blood. The explosion isn't enough to decimate. However, it is enough to send out a lancet of fire in a big circle around it that pushes and knocks everyone back. The party is knocked off the road.
See, and this is why I gathered supplies.
And
Just saying.
you guys fall off the road. Along with, let me just see if any of Whiskey Finest's troops fall with you.
Covering my face.
A good, I'd say 10 or so of Whiskey Finest's inner circle fall with you, including Whiskey Finest himself, are knocked off of the, oh wait, no, not Whiskey Finest. He would have been knocked into his wagon because he was sitting out in front of it. But yeah, so 10 other of Whiskey Finest's like squadron leaders are plummeting with you. And you guys fall pretty far. And there's a loud splashing sound as you land in water.
Oh,
Is anyone still conscious after taking all that much damage?
No.
I am barely.
So, I have a
I
question.
mean, we didn't have any chance to save or anything, right?
No.
So
Okay.
no, I'm at minus 20. Minus 24.
Yeah, I'm at
All right.
minus 25.
Minus-
I'm not going to insta kill you guys from this, nor am I going to give any lingering injuries for the people who are who are hurt badly. I just need to know who's still conscious. Is it just Bo?
I have 1 health.
Oh,
One.
Bo, you lose that when you impact into the water.
Oh, come on!
You're out cold too.
Come on! Damn it! I was excited that I survived.
The next time that you guys come to, you are all back to full health.
Oh.
You are on the edge of a rock face. Beside you, the river continues in the Underdark, falling off of a very large cavern.
Oh.
There's 3 other dwarves on the ground with you that have been stacked up in a little pile. Well, the rest of you are kind of like spread out.
We were
You guys
safe.
are all coming to and you're groggy and everything hurts. but you can see as you the first thing you probably do is check to make certain that you're all your body parts are there, and you can see that all of you have had your wounds bound and covered in bandages and salves.
Perception to see if there's anyone around.
Of course, at disadvantage since you guys are still waking up and your vision's blurry.
That's absolutely fair. Oop. No, disadvantage. Damn it, 1 second. I'm re-rolling it.
Okay.
There it goes. Oh, fuck. Okay, well. That's alright, I'm groggy. It's not a nat 1.
It's common sense that someone must have pulled you out of that river.
Yeah.
The rest of you are starting to come to as well. You can see Bo trying to look around, and you see Dave do that little thing where you suddenly spurts a bunch of water out of your mouth in a little fountain.
Could I roll an investigation while inspecting because I want to check what exactly we were bound with, is it the typical bandages, are the salves normal, or are they special or something?
Go ahead.
Disadvantage?
Smart.
No, you know what? I'll let you roll it normal for that, because that is you're looking at something on your body. You're not looking around you. You're actively trying to focus on it. Orland, that's good enough for you to realize that these are the same sort of medical supplies that were in Whiskey Finest caravans.
Okay.
It's they're good dwarven medical supplies.
Okay, so
you can see that the dwarves in the pile have all been bandaged up as well. You know as well, Orland, that they're underneath the bandages is salves to treat your burns, and it seems to be working very effectively.
Okay, cool.
This salve, though, is something that the caravans didn't carry with them.
Interesting. Somebody want to check on the other dwarves? I guess nobody cares.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to let somebody else say something first.
Yeah, right now I'm assuming that Kane, Dave, Aberforth,
I'm not. I don't know what to do because I'm just kind of chilling.
Kane is just is going. Maybe I should just lay down for a bit.
Maybe I should go for a quick snack while nobody's looking. Eyes the dwarves.
Well, I guess I'll shake it off.
All right, Hassius, you get up and you shake like a wet dog.
Oh, I meant I'm done peeing, so.
Oh.
God fucking damn it.
Hassius, you'll note that your dick is in a cast.
I'm
What else?
imagining as Blade Dancer was falling, he was leaving a trail of pee arcing through the air.
Alright, let's keep
want to
moving,
doodle this. But I gotta.
I mean, is anybody else doing anything?
Nope.
I'm just gonna kind of yell, "Thank you!" because I can't see anyone, but I know it happened, so.
You hear a "You're welcome."
Ooh,
All of
Jeebus!
your
And I scutter back to the group. Because that totally spooked Boo.
Anyways, so yeah, you hear a "You're welcome" in all of your minds.
Thank you, friend.
Who's there? Who are you?
I am that who pulled you from the river.
Thank you.
Super grateful.
there was a grate, would have been stopped.
Wait, what was that?
If there was a grate, you would have been stopped.
Great.
Great.
If there was a grate, you would have been stopped.
Is there some sort of... No, actually, that doesn't make sense.
Right now, I'm just assuming everyone's still laying on the rock.
I'm up because I was looking around.
Orlan's just sitting up, I guess, but yeah.
All right. Well, as the rest of you start getting to your feet and stuff, you can see a figure cloaked in brown rags patched together is with you nearby, standing in a bit of a darker area. This section of the cave is lit by some sort of natural light coming from nearby mushrooms, and this creature is standing in a darkened shadow of that where none of the fungus grows.
Hello, friend.
How tall is he?
It's about 8 feet, 9 feet.
Oh.
Looks at Blade Dancer.
So he's like an inch taller than me?
It's just robes, too. You can't see under them. He's making sure to stand in the dark.
I said hello, friend.
Does he respond to anything to Tal?
No.
What is a grate?
Me.
Better than good.
I'm.
Good joke,
I'm great.
friend.
Apologies, I misunderstood your statement. Was trying to gain some context.
I believe he's talking about some sort of, well, I don't know. Sewer systems don't exist in fantasy times. Never mind.
Aqueducts.
They're called catacombs.
Catacombs and aqueducts are a thing.
Okay, thank you, Batman.
However, you're rare to find ducks in the aqueducts.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't. They couldn't get me.
Cassius, roll me wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh fuck.
Mr. Shadow?
As you started speaking, Cassius, about halfway through your explanation, you suddenly had a pretty bad headache.
Mr. Shadow person?
Yes.
Wait, but you wouldn't happen to be a bard or something, right?
I am.
And the creature steps forwards into the light and tilts its hood back to reveal that it is an illithid.
My name is Hugo the Magnificent.
I know of you! Bo looks really excited. I've seen your magnificent armor! He claps his hands to his face.
Are you okay, Martin?
This is the dumbest reveal I've ever heard.
I don't get it.
You will understand in a bit.
So Bo is just fanguying.
Not my armor.
Not?
A previous tributes.
So what you were saying, friend, is that your name was never Brynholt, correct?
No. The name of whose memories I've consumed.
Sorry.
Wait.
Sorry, you cut
Part
out.
of that-
So.
Yeah.
He's as many as he has consumed.
No, sorry, not as many.
The name of whom I have consumed.
What?
He killed and ate that guy.
Brynholt? He killed a Nate Brynholt?
Was delivered to us, yes.
By who, friend?
And he points at the pile of dwarves.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
What are all of you doing down here?
We fell, friend.
There was an. I think there was an unexplained explosion. No one knows where it came from.
God,
Yeah.
is this Killian all over again?
Sure.
Honestly,
Sure.
honestly,
no one
actually,
knows.
only person who would know what happened up there would be Aberforth and maybe Blade Dancer. Everybody else, you all said you were off doing different things when the
That's fair.
explosion occurred.
That's actually fair. Yeah, it was. I gather.
I understand what you are doing in the river, but what are you doing down here?
Looking for a dead man.
Well, we were looking for a bard named Brynhold, but you ate him.
Found a bard. A bard with the knowledges of many bards. One
That's
might
true.
even say the best bard in the multiverse.
And the illithid flourishes with its hands, its tentacles flaying out everywhere.
I have a question for you.
Speak.
Did you find the body of Whiskey Finest?
No, Lord Finest was not one of my brethren.
Pity. I felt you could have added that to your collection.
I have no
Yeah.
interest. Not my collection. He is not creatively inclined.
He's not what inclined?
From now on, if you guys don't hear what I'm saying, I'm just gonna continue on. This guy speaks in a difficult to understand voice.
No, it's that you were cutting out, so
Oh.
I didn't hear half the word.
He's
Pretty
not
sure you said
creatively
creatively?
inclined. Yes.
Okay, cool. I did hear you there. Good. Very well. Well, I'm gonna look at the party. Seems to me like we found Brynhold.
What was Dave
He
saying?
flourishes again.
I prefer Hugo these days.
What was Dave saying?
Nothing.
My mistake. Hugo.
I hear a lot of echoing.
The other thing's just staring at you all.
Alright, well. Any chance I could persuade you to come with me? In a non-dangerous, I'm not gonna hurt you in any kind of way, I'm actually interested in you manner.
What do you have to offer?
That's a good point. What do we have to offer besides,
It's the only thing. He's good for
Tear.
his puns.
Let's offer him Tyr.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I don't think we can offer him here. I think isn't.
Why
like,
not?
Well, the point was to come get Brynhold for Tyr, right?
And this isn't Brynhold, so
No, but he has the knowledge and history of not only Brynhold but multiples past. So, as far as I'm concerned, wouldn't he suffice?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
not what Russell is saying. I think Russell is saying that we can give him Tyr, but the problem is I don't think Tyr would bring us back with this thing if he knew that. No.
I mean, we don't know what Tyr wants Brynhold for, so
Well, he wanted him for a strong soul.
right.
This
But,
guy has eaten his soul,
like-
which means he has a soul, right?
Eating
I
his
mean,
brain.
okay, so
Eating his
okay,
His brain?
out of character. Can I say this out of character?
Sorry.
Yes.
I don't know. Because, sometimes we collect people not because they have strong souls, but because they have a specific purpose for tier. I mean, like, they do have strong souls, but there's, like, a separate reason, too. Like, for example, we got Takahata, yeah, and then we got that princess lady.
Takahata was for cooking. The princess is making golems.
Right. So, like, there might be a specific reason for tier, but we don't know.
But either way, if it's something that was in Brynholt's knowledge or repertoire, Hugo would absolutely be able to do it.
Yes,
I mean,
but we
Hugo
also don't know
flourishes
that for
again.
sure.
Hugo
I mean-
flourishes again when you say his name.
It doesn't. It honestly doesn't matter what he wanted him for. We can't bring him back Brynholt.
Yeah, so we can just
Right.
bring him back the next best thing.
Right, so
Yeah,
this
so-
is
Actually,
right.
I'd say it's better. 'cause it's
As
got more
one
than
of you
just
guys
Brynholt.
says the next best thing, you start getting a nasty headache.
Well, that's why I said, actually, I think he's better, because he's got more than just Brynholt.
The headaches go away.
But what do we have to offer to convince him to come with us?
He can feast on a god.
That is assuming I would be able to defeat a god.
I mean, he won't be able to run away.
He won't need to.
Oh yeah, Blade Dancer has never seen Tyr being angry.
No.
It's scary, Blade Dancer. It's very scary.
Oh, well, I don't know that. And I'm going to say that he can take him.
I mean, is there anything else we have to offer him in case that deal doesn't pan out?
The dwarves offered us their citizens as protection.
Offered you their citizens?
We protected them from the Underdark. They would send tribute.
I see. Every fourth
Recently.
day, right?
After eating and making Brynholt a part of it,
And Hugo flourishes.
I have become awakened to my creative destiny.
Oh my
And-
god.
You guys all start seeing flashes of an Illithid in a dwarven-looking city with rocks being thrown at him.
As a child, they all refuted my gifts, and the Elder Brain tried to keep me down.
And you see the Illithid that had rocks thrown at it now, older, eating a man dressed in garish clothing.
However, I grew and honed my craft.
And it's now a montage of him eating other garishly dressed people to the tune of the Benny Hill theme. On, why don't you change the music?
I'll actually have to turn the music on for this.
And then I finally overthrew the shackles of the man
The man.
and made good my escape.
I like him.
So I
Wait,
assume
wait,
friend...
wait. So he's saying that. Wait, you're not part of the big brain?
Not anymore. I've freed my minds.
Okay.
Now I seek to discover more, to learn more about these things you call puns.
Oh.
I clap my face in excitement. Buddy boy, are we gonna have a good time?
The songs of history. And so I left hints for your group who traveled between worlds.
And here we
Sadly,
are.
the envoy I left with you when my brethren captured you was slain.
Well, that's awkward.
Huh?
Wait, The envoy.
No, the elephant that we killed.
No, not him.
No.
The train.
The map.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
the other one. That was the
I-
other soul.
Apologize for that.
Don't look at me. It was him.
I
Ain't him. And he
got
points
a
to the
little
cane.
defensive over it.
That's because I implanted it in your psyche for you to defend the creature.
To be fair, I did. I defended it by keeping it so that they couldn't have it. But if they couldn't have it, then nobody could have it.
Sometimes these things just don't have a plan mapped out for them.
Even if it literally is a map.
Red Bo, you start getting a headache.
I do not think he appreciates you explaining his joke, friend.
Oh, but I was appreciating it.
The joke, the headache goes away. And he flourishes again in his tattered, raggedy cloak.
I give him the double finger guns.
He gives you the double tentacle guns.
Wow.
I'm kind of just imagining those little toot horns, the thing you stick in your mouth and it goes, "Hee," and it like blows out the thing and it rolls back up.
So again, I ask, what can you offer me? The mind of that one there
And he points directly at Bo.
would be adequate.
You can have it.
Yeah.
Not yours to give away.
Excellent.
Not yours to give away. Hold up now.
He's
Hold up,
approaching.
Steve.
He is approaching.
Taking
I-
a couple steps
I
back.
allow
Hold
it.
on. Hey now.
You're a rock star.
Get your game on.
Bo, you're so important to us. Thank you so much for this. Your sacrifice will be noticed.
Bo, you're backing up, and the elephant is slowly walking towards you.
Hey, you
I
know,
have an
what, dude?
Necronomicon.
I'm sorry, but I just had a really funny idea. What if
What?
Bo tried using his ring on this elephant?
You could use it back on me, so.
Yeah, I know.
I command you to let me eat your brain.
Actually, good point. Dylan, how long has it been since we faced the boss?
We
What?
didn't go to sleep, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, but we've passed out in the water, so how many hours has it been since we faced against that
You
big
don't
boss?
really-
You
giant?
didn't get a rest.
You don't get a rest from being.
I'm not asking about the rest, I'm asking about what
It's
day it is.
Each dawn, right?
Oh, you do not
Yeah.
know what day it is at this point. In an egg character level, you guys have been underground for a while. You do not know what day it is on the surface.
Okay, well, I want to try and use a thing again that would renew on the next dawn, so.
Okay, what is it?
Majesty.
Oh, the charm person thing?
Yeah!
No, it hasn't renewed yet.
Okay, there's that answer. Now hold on. Because I ain't the sharpest tack in the bunch, but we go from place to place, so I'm sure we can find you several in place of my own.
Oh,
Eh?
yes. I will go with you just as soon after. Don't worry. You won't feel a thing.
Yeah, sweetie, I like my brain in my head. No thank you?
I'd like your brain in my mouth.
Yeah, there's this little thing called consent, and I'm not giving it, and
Life was stringing
I've
me
already given
along. Then you came along and
Don't-
cut me
don't worry, Bo, I've already given
loose.
consent for you.
Was solo singing on my own. Now I can't find the key without you.
He hums, well, rapidly speeding up towards you, Bo, and you have to backpedal faster.
Calm emotions.
Okay?
Calm the heck down. Just
What's
take
the
it a notch
DC?
down. Huh?
What's the DC?
15. I know he's probably gonna beat it, but I gotta try.
Nah, he
Okay.
rolled, even with his advantage, he rolled a 3 and a 1. So,
Okay.
yeah. He stops approaching you and just goes back to humming the song that he's kind of humming and singing.
Oh, a mind flayer is a humanoid?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought they were just considered an
Oh,
aberration.
wait, hold on. Actually, yeah, hold on. Let me check that. Actually, I don't know if mind flayers are humanoid or not. And he's a very special kind of mind flayer.
I don't know how to get out of this.
I'm helping.
No, they are not a humanoid, so that doesn't work. Yeah, he's still coming after you.
How fast is the river moving?
Oh, very. And there's the cliff
Yeah, I
right
know.
beyond it.
Running now. Running away. Ah.
He's chasing after you.
Oh, do you need help?
Yeah, I'd like my brain not to be eaten, thanks.
This looks like a job for me and my sword.
I
Kane
don't
is-
think we need to kill him. I just don't want to be dead.
I mean, you won't technically be dead. You'll live on forever inside his mind.
Dave, I'll feed you to the elephant if you don't shut it.
Also,
And Bo, you did already admit that it even made Hugo the Magnificent even more magnificent, and it
So
made
Kane-
the previous person more
Hey, they're
magnificent.
all doing this. You've got your sword out. Are you taking a swing at the guy? Like, are you running at him and swinging?
No.
Okay.
I just asked.
I just said don't kill him.
technically,
anyone else?
friend.
Then what's the point? He's going to continue trying to eat your brain.
I said don't kill him. The kneecaps are fuzzy or subject.
He's a mind flayer. He doesn't have kneecaps. They're tentacles.
Would Bo know about Kane's sword though?
Tyr!
Cause
Where the hell are you?
remember when Tyr walked into the common room? Bo might have been there. I don't know.
I mean, I have seen his sword eat souls, so... If that's what you're referring to. So Dylan, I scream out, Tyr, where are you? I could use a pickup! Nothing, though?
Nope.
Of course not.
I did not
Listen,
see-
I'm not being unreasonable right now.
You're
I mean,
being
I'm not gonna
unreasonable,
I'm not gonna eat your eyes.
But you're gonna eat my brain, and
Okay,
I won't have
Voltaire.
control over it.
Okay, Voltaire.
I'm pretty sure we can have a compromise here.
Is there a compromise that involves me maintaining control of my faculties?
No.
Okay, then we can't reach a compromise.
Listen, I'm not a monster.
You're a little bit of a monster.
Technically, maybe yes.
Alright, if you reference one more song about eating brain.
I'm just
Can't you-
referencing the one song right now.
Can't you I mean
Jonathan,
if you end up eating Mr. Isribo, will you be known as Tentacles?
He stops. And he slowly turns to you, Dave.
I don't get it.
I know you don't. And there are many more puns that you might not get. And the only way to find out about those is to come with us so you can explore the world.
That's a
The
good
world,
point.
even.
I
But you
mean,
can only come back if I'm in one piece.
says who? Your friends seemed quite willing to let me eat you.
Well, they're not my friends, for starters.
Wow, rude.
Oh.
You're all acquaintances. I met you literally, like, what, 8 days ago?
But I call you friend.
You're probably the only one who considers me a friend.
I think he calls everyone a friend.
Exactly, friend.
Oh, so you could care less. That means that you still care a lot, Aberforth.
Or that he at least cares a little.
That you still have some more cares to give.
On a scale of care 1 to care 10, could be a care 2.
Yeah.
That's not a care bear.
Look. I don't know how to talk my way out of this.
Maybe
You know what?
should
Fuck
just
it.
maybe
Fuck
you
it.
should
At
just
this point, Dylan, I'm rolling to seduce the illithid. I got nothing else.
With that big sexy brain of yours.
My face is all in one piece, so I've got
It
nothing
is.
more to
All
lose
right.
at this point.
So, how are you seducing him?
Charm person.
You're casting charm person.
Yeah, why not?
Does that work on humanoids?
Charm person. It says humanoid.
Not a
so
human.
it doesn't work on him.
Oh, because he's a.
You
Oh,
have to
he's not
sweet talk.
humanoid.
You have
It's an
to sweet
aberration.
talk him.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Sweet.
You have to think of a way out of this. I don't let people make rolls on something unless they're actively saying something. Meaning, you can't go. I just seduce him and roll. You have to say.
I mean, I get that, but I'm just saying if I can't think of something just because I'm mean, my character's just gonna straight up be eaten.
Just be like, hey, you ever
I
see
mean-
the porn in Japan? Wink, double.
Seduce-
You haven't rolled a persuasion so far, so
I
I
haven't
mean, you
rolled
could
a
just
persuasion so
just
far.
say how you seduce him and then roll to see if it's actually successful. That's how the role playing works.
Yep.
Oh, I
So
thought I
tell-
actually
tell-
had to word come up with it. Okay.
No. You come up with the words, and then that'll basically set the DC, and then you roll, and you see how well it does.
Yeah. For instance, if you were to go, like, oh, did it hurt? And when you fell
Oh
from
no.
rolled seduction, that would be a different DC than if you went, hey, I really like you as a person, and I think we should get out of here. Like the DCs are different depending on what you say and what you do.
Okay, then I'm gonna start out with regular persuasions first.
Okay, but what are you actually saying?
I know,
though?
I'm figuring it out. Give me a fucking second. I don't know. I'm gonna say, okay, so like, you could eat my brain and totally have all my memories, but
Jesus.
you don't have this face.
that
If
is
you and I team up, we would be unstoppable at finding other bards for you.
Okay, roll persuasion. Hugo pauses a moment.
A lot of my best puns require setup. Perhaps we could become the greatest comedy duo the multiverse has ever seen.
I think
I can see
And
that.
this 9-foot abomination looks down at you and extends one of its hands.
Insight to see if he's gonna actually try and
Sure.
grab me and eat me, because I'm still a little suspicious.
Sorry, I got to tell you to do it at disadvantage since you're
Oh.
not skilled at reading mind flayer body language.
All right.
Oh,
come on!
Uh-oh.
All right, what do I think it looks like he's gonna do?
Hold on, because that's a colossal fuck up.
Yeah, I know.
for
You
future
sure I can't have the
reference,
18?
for future reference, the next time you accidentally roll at normal, just roll once again at normal instead of rolling at disadvantage. Again.
Yeah.
Oh, usually I've always been told to just re-roll the whole thing, so that's how. Sorry.
So Heather,
Yeah.
you assume that he's going to attack you, and you draw your weapon, your rapier, right?
I mean, no.
No, what weapon do you have for melee?
Do I have to draw a weapon, or can I panic instead?
Yeah, you can panic in fetal position if you want.
Yeah, I'd rather. Freak
All right,
out,
Bo drops to the ground in the fetal position.
because I can save face from that.
What's happening?
Essentially, Earl, Bo has convinced the Hugo to become a comedy duo with them.
Oh,
So, which one of you is the straight guy, and who's the
Well,
If I was
that would be me as the straight guy because I'm pretty sure he's married.
And if the illithid had eyebrows, you're pretty certain they'd be waggling right now. And Dave, you successfully distracted the illithid away from Bo for a moment. And Bo, you quickly recover from your social faux pas before the Mind Flayer notices.
Dusts myself off real quickly.
And then it turns back to you, its hand extended again.
I'll very, very gingerly take his tentacle.
All right, you guys shake. Dee, Hugo the Magnificent has joined your party.
Oh god.
So I actually, before that, I had a question, Mr. Hugo.
Yes.
Why did you save us?
Ah. Yes. Because you have something I want. And now I have it.
Yay. What about them?
And Dave points at the dwarves.
They're fine. They'll wake up shortly. And you all will return to speak to your benefactor. I will continue to follow at a distance.
Hey, Hugo the Magnificent.
Yes.
When you find these other bards, are you going to eat them, or are you going to have them join you as a giant comedy troupe that travels the
Going
whole?
to eat them.
Oh, I like the second one.
You know what they say. Two's a company. Three's a crowd. And 4 is a snack.
I see what you did there. I mean, sure, it could be more profitable, but the profit he's looking for is brains that aren't mine, so...
Right, but then he could just have everybody come in to watch his shows and then eat all those people.
But I
he
don't
wants...
want those people.
I believe
Yeah,
he
it's a-
wants quality over
it's a
quantity,
palate.
friend.
He has a refined palate for the...
For instance, you're not in any danger.
Aren't you a paladin? Why are you like so okay?
No, he's not. He's a fighter.
No, I meant
Orland.
Orland.
is. He's just
Orland.
explaining things. I mean,
Totally okay with this illithid coming in to like eat innocent bards.
I mean, there's no proof that they're going to be innocent bards. It's a bard. Most of the half races in this game are because of bards.
There's one world in particular I wish to visit that
Married
one
up.
of your group is from.
Oh yeah, I remember. Violet did say that her bard was the best bard in the universe.
Yes, I wish an audience with Leoric the Great. And then I wish to eat him.
What if he ends up being a better? What if Leoric the Great ends up being a better duo for you than Iserbo here?
Then I will eat Iserbo and Leoric the Great will take his place.
Iserbo just gives you the meanest, coldest fucking stare.
Not as mean and cold because you don't roll an advantage on intimidation checks anymore.
I'm helping.
No, you're not.
You're good
Stop
under
helping.
pressure, Iserbo.
Stop helping. Shush.
Now you, and he turns to Kane.
Oh.
You are dressed like a man of refined tastes. What would you say to a private performance once we're back and safe?
It winks one of its many eyes.
oh god,
It only has 2 eyes.
this is the weirdest sexual proposition I've ever heard.
One of its many tentacles.
Hmm. Unfortunately, the kind of entertainment that you offer, as in, what is it, the puns, I do not find as appealing as most other noblemen do.
Oh, no. You see,
You don't
sir,
like bananas?
I have consumed many bards from many worlds. Mostly the dwarven ones from this one. Which means my talents range from almost nearly every form of music and humor there is. For instance, slapstick.
And Bo,
Yeah,
gestures
totally going
for
with
you
it.
You're going with it. He gestures for you to follow him.
Yeah, I'm a tumbler. I can go with this.
Awesome. You both stand in the river, in front of the river, and then he
Yeah.
shoves you both flying into the river.
Oh, okay, cool. That's
You're swept away by the current over the cliff.
You die.
And he bows to you, Kane. Slapstick.
Eh.
Bo, you're caught in a net about 10 feet down.
I'm just gonna kind of be clinging to the net like a cat that just dropped off a surface it thought it wasn't gonna drop off of, and just be like, "Oh, I like this guy."
I like performing with my life on the line.
No, just he had me going. That was clever, and I will, like, as much as that scared the ever living shit out of Bo, that was well thought out, and I give him all of the props for that.
Now you guys know how he caught you in the first place.
With a net.
Yeah, he's an octopus.
I'm just gonna kind of yell, "I'm okay."
No, slapstick isn't your deal then. What about plays? I could do a tragedy.
And he produces a knife and holds it to a bit of rope tied near the edge of the the waterfall.
Holds on tighter. Holds on tighter.
Alas, poor Isabeau.
He folds his hands in front of his face, waiting.
He does that, from Gundam. No, Neon Genesis Evangelion. The commander, his look, the guy with the glasses.
So is Kane saying he'd like a tragedy?
He's not saying anything, but he did fold his hands in front of his face and go, and he's just waiting.
Climbing, 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 climbing.
Bo rolling acrobatics. You roll at advantage, by the way, for going with the slapstick, but that's good enough, so I won't make you waste your inspiration. Gain an inspiration. So he cuts the rope, and Bo, you manage to hold onto the net, and you swing down to a lower platform and tumble and roll atop it. All of you guys, all you see is Bo falling. You didn't see that Bo managed to successfully land.
Are you sure that's?
Oh, you can roll a perform to make a pratfall, to yell convincingly in terror.
Heck yes.
It's a pretty convincing roll because of what you guys just witnessed.
Mr. Hugo,
Yes.
that wasn't much of a tragedy. That was just, I don't know, just a thing that happened, I guess.
Maybe I need to eat more people who know about tragedy. How about you, little boy? Have you experienced pain?
I guess.
Yeah, watch. I'm gonna flick his ear.
Ow. My ear.
I can also perform music if you'd prefer. My lord.
What type of music?
Not you. I was speaking to the nobleman.
Oh.
I'm gonna whisper to Dave. Sorry, kid. I didn't want him to try and eat you.
What instruments can you play?
All of them.
Bagpipes.
I'm sure he could play two sets at the same time, to be fair.
Bo, you also conveniently find a ladder on the platform you're on. I'm guessing
gonna
you.
look up to make
wanna-
sure he's not pointing at it or anything, and then I'll climb the ladder.
He's not. You climb the ladder and you rejoin the party and go, ta-da!
Oh no, that's a tragedy.
I'm gonna crush your cat.
Hello,
That'll
friend.
be a tragedy.
I don't have a cat.
Yeah, but you got a something, and it looks like a cat.
Oh, hey, you look like that person that just died.
Yeah, disguised person is a hell of a drug. Okay, there's music that's really, really loud.
Yeah, it's playing off of Russell. He's got a bit of echo.
It's always Russell.
So, what are you guys doing now then?
Staying a distance away from Hugo.
I thought he was talking to Kane, so.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Kane to really.
Ermingen
Sorry.
asked if he can play instruments, and he's waiting for him to play instruments because he said he can play all of them.
Oh,
I don't have any on me at the moment, my lord.
He's not
Is
acting impressed.
Is my echo good?
A bard without an instrument. Are you really a bard? Can you sing?
he starts singing in your mind, and it's a beautiful, crisp, clear voice, unlike his talking voice.
Guys, is my dolphin gone?
Is your dolphin what?
Echo.
No, you're fine. You're not echoing anymore.
Okay. Apparently, my volume mixer had 4 instances of Firefox open.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Earl, he's singing
Yeah.
directly into your mind.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just really thrown off just right now.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. It's nothing.
Oh, I think I know what the issue is, and I know it's not related to Hero Factory, is it?
I mean, I don't understand. So I didn't understand the fire thing because I was legitimately 115 feet away, and then Damien just continues to pester me.
The fire thing was a contrived reason to get you all into the same area.
Yeah, I mean, I just so far away.
We can say it that you got kicked by a horse. That was startled by the fire, if you want.
You're butterfly affected into the water.
Yeah, essentially, yes. Somehow, Kane, due to a domino effect, was knocked off the edge.
I'm just imagining one of those weird puzzle things that just triggers
Rube
a bunch
Gold.
of
You
different
got Rube
domino stuff.
Goldberg.
Yeah.
The fire hit a ball, which rolled, which hit a cartwheel, which rolled, which then, like, bumped into a dude blowing his nose. Just essentially, Earl, everyone else was going to get blown off, and if you didn't get blown off, it would split the party.
Or you would have had to jump
Or you would have had to have jumped.
and wreck your
Yeah.
face.
So this was kind of one of those, all right, everybody going thing. Anyways.
Quite impressive.
Thank you, my lord.
So why would you want to give me a private session? There's no money I can give you.
You
There's
are
nothing I
just
can
like a
offer you.
nobleman. It is a bard's dream to perform for noblemen. Or at least it was 5 of their dreams. One of them wanted to become a dolphin.
Yeah, that's not funny. My little brother wanted to be a swordfish when he was a little kid.
Yes, and then I ate him.
Huh?
I was just letting my roommate in on something.
All right. So, what are you guys doing now, then?
I guess we should head on back to... He wanted us to go to the dwarf first, right? Is that our master?
Yes.
Yeah.
Once you exit the Underdark, I will come with you, and then you will have your master bring us all back.
Sounds good.
You must
And
find
you-
a way to get me out of the Underdark, however. The dwarves on the lift are not partial to seeing me in particular.
Well, if those.
Do you need to breathe air?
Wait, what was Dave saying?
It doesn't matter. Let just Isru both.
No, I'm
Dave,
sorry,
what were
I-
you saying?
I didn't hear you at first. I would like to hear what you were saying. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to say he can just use the portals that we found, and he can end up in a world where we can go and fetch him later.
Ah, very good.
That's a much better idea than mine.
I shall go and do so then.
I was just gonna put him in my suit of armor.
Which world should we... Wait a minute. A suit of armor.
That is a way
Lord.
funnier solution.
Bards are well known for their masterful deception. Perhaps a true test of my abilities would be to talk my way past.
Oh, this is great.
Very well, give me that suit of armor.
All right. You want the old suit or?
I am an illithid of a discerning taste. Whichever one matches my tentacles the best.
Do we have that fake beard still?
So does he want my obsidian armor?
Yes.
Sounds good.
How are we gonna explain bringing up like an 8 to 9 foot person out of nowhere?
I mean, it's not. We
it's my
did get
brother.
more people to join us.
This
yeah,
is
people
my
join us all
brother.
the time. Exactly.
As you guys watch, he assumes a different visage. Like he kind of shimmers a little and then appears to have shrunk extremely in height and is now looking like a normal human guy. And the armor now has tassels streaming off of it, and written across the front of the helmet is Brynholt.
If he shrunk too much, he won't fit in my armor.
Ooh,
The armor shrunk as well.
Oh, okay.
Brynholt. This would be a true test if you did assume that persona, because Whiskey Finest is a dire enemy of Brynholt.
No, he
Brynholt
isn't.
was rumored.
No, he isn't.
What do you mean he's not? Whiskey Finest is the one who put him in jail.
No, he isn't. That was us. Brynholt says.
Wait. None of that was so. None of the thing about Whiskey Finest and his wife is actually real.
What? No, Whiskey Finest is real. His wife is an illithid.
You just got fucking played.
Bo's face just kind of goes, oh, with realization. Dave, you were wrong about the nose.
Was that not a joke, friend?
Oh, that's fucking great.
What?
Just was that not a joke?
The part about the nose?
I mean, whose nose doesn't turn red when they drink?
No, there was another joke. Well, it wasn't a joke. David said that if your nose was big, then you are a mind flayer in disguise.
No, your nose grows bigger if you
Right.
drink alcohol. Oh no, that was I made that up on the spot actually.
That's pretty good. Give me a
So-
high five, kid.
The dwarves are coming to now.
Where are they
And
coming?
they all sort of like groggily get to their feet and look around where they're at. They look worried for a moment, and then they see that you're all with them, and they just start laughing.
Wasn't that great?
Teaches us to get drunk in the Underdark, and they punch each other on the shoulders affectionately. Is this all that lived?
All that we could find so far.
Who's that guy?
He pulled us from the river.
Why?
Cause he's my big brother.
Where'd he come from?
He was
Like
here
the rest
all
of us,
along.
he just kind of
He-
appeared.
he was
Mom.
he was standing behind, and I point to Blade Daddy.
Roll deception at disadvantage.
Jesus. Guys.
Uh oh. Hang on. Deception, disadvantage. Let's go, baby.
they all like you guys out of the corner of your eye see that Brynholt has raised his like hands and is kind of wiggling them a bit discreetly, and you see all three of the dwarves like hold their heads and look confused for a moment, and then look back at you, Dave, and they go, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Nice.
You're not certain what Hugo just did, but you're pretty sure it helped you.
Force powers.
Blade Dancer, what did you just stealth for?
I feel so nimble. So I'm just hiding.
Oh, okay.
You're hiding
Shrouded
behind
in heavy
Brynholt
armor. I'm not wrapped in loud armor, I can hide.
You just look really casual right now. Like, the dwarves don't pay any attention to you. You just look super chill and casual, and you're like, hey, what's up? You have a cigarette. You have a newspaper with eye holes cut out of it that you're, like, looking through, and everyone thinks you're reading the newspaper. Anyways, you guys have successfully apparently convinced these three dwarves that Hugo is a normal person. So, one of them like kind of starts looking around, and then pulls a map out of their gear, and you can see that it's in a waterproof tube. He pulls it out and he like starts looking at it, and the dwarves are trying to reference and trying to figure out where you are all right now. Is anyone in the party a dwarf?
Nope.
I can
No.
be dwarvish.
No. In that case, then, well, none of you have that trait that make it so dwarves can't get lost underground. They do, though. And they, between the three of them, they managed to pinpoint exactly where you are. And they say, looks like we didn't get swept out that far, actually. If we go back a bit this way, I bet that they're still looking for us, since it couldn't have been more than 30 minutes since we hit the water.
It's been 4 hours.
It's actually been 3 years.
You guys died. We resurrected you.
But we're dwarves. We exactly know what time it is on the surface right now.
Not if you were dead.
But we're in hell, remember?
They all blink at you in unison.
So that way, right?
Yeah, that way. They all point.
Okay, fine. I guess you guys find me
Cool.
funny with my dick out.
If we go that way, they'll likely be looking for us. So we'll probably find a ladder or rope or something drop.
Sounds good.
Hope somebody
All right.
picks it up.
So you guys all go out with them, and true to form, there is a rope there. You guys all climb up it.
Yep.
You're reunited back with the party. Whiskey Finest, you can see, is crying. He, like he's bawling his eyes out, and his wife is patting him on the back. Several of the guards look ashamed. One of the wagons you can see has burnt to a complete like husk,
Oh, no.
and most of the others seem pretty damaged. Several of the horses are missing, and you can see that 2 people are just dead.
He did it.
Do you just say he did it and point at Aberforth as you come up?
No.
Okay.
I say he did it and just point. I can't see anything. It's dark. Most places.
So you guys are back on the same level as Whiskey Finest. You've made it back to the wagons, what's left of them.
Yep.
Hello, friends.
We're back.
I'm really glad we have 11 for stuff like this.
The wife looks up at you all and like pauses as she sees Brynholt, but doesn't mention it, and looks at the rest of you and says, I'm glad you're back. like the accident destroyed all of the cave fisher supplies.
A
Meaning
tragedy.
now my husband is set to lose 200,000 gold on this expedition instead of gain 300,000.
Oh, that's terrible. If only we knew who did this.
And the dwarf lord cries out, "The alcohol was so good, and we were gonna make so much money. I would have been able to rub it in that piece of shit's face."
What piece of
I
shit?
mean, we still know where the nest is. There will be more.
It was destroyed in a cave-in.
Well, they're bound to rebuild that figure.
Cave fishers don't build; they sort of just find crevices and hide in them. We found a spawning spot. You know how rare that is?
No, but I'm getting the idea.
Rare enough that even after the nest was destroyed and we couldn't farm it forever, it was still worth 300,000 gold. Cries. You okay, Earl?
Alright.
Okay.
I'm messaging you something because Kane is whispering to the person.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what to do, so someone else has to come up with something.
I can start peeing again. That made you laugh.
Hmm. Is there anything else useful?
Well,
Down
we were
here?
sent down here for a reason, remember? We were gonna find evidence of someone's conspiracy. That's why we came down here.
Whiskey Finest just waves his hand. We've lost 2 money at this point. Have you
Okay,
discovered what you wanted?
Yep.
Sure, why not?
You can always come back down another time. You've proven that you can handle the Underdark. I'll write you a permanent permit to come and go as you please, employing you officially as in the House of Finest. Oh, you know what? Whiskey Finest smacks his hand. That explosion, it was likely caused by Redbird saboteurs.
There's no other explanation.
There isn't. They know that I'm onto him about the conspiracy.
Dylan, I'm assuming he can hear my thoughts.
You do feel something inside your head right now.
It's a tentacle.
Jeez, guys, get a room.
Obviously, there was too much attention, and he knew when this was going to be. So next time, we're going to have to be more secretive about it in order to truly find him out. Dylan, that was the Whiskey Finest, just FYI.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh, I said, obviously, we made too much of a scene, and so he knew exactly when we were going down. So next time, you'll just have to be more secretive about it so he doesn't find out.
True. Very well. For now, we return to the surface. At a later date, I'll contact you all and we'll all go back down. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Excellent. Hey, wait a minute. There's another one of you.
Dylan, did you see Martin's message? Just so he can.
I did. We are very close to finishing tonight's session entirely, Martin.
It's my big brother. He was here all along, don't you remember? Actually, never mind, you don't remember because you were pissed drunk.
Oh. That's a... Roll me deception at advantage.
I mean, four of us did walk up.
Yeah.
If anything, there's only 3 now.
Yeah, he totally buys it. Yeah, that's a pretty good explanation. All right. Saddle up. If you can walk, pull a wagon, he calls out. We're taking the same route we took to get here, so we shouldn't run into any trouble. These folk have been on point long enough, so... And he points at the 3 dwarves that were, that had fallen with you. You 3, you seem lucky. Grab a platoon each and send them ahead to scout. Make sure our way is clear. I don't want any surprises or any more problems on the way back. And they rush off. The entire trip back, you guys do have to stop for another night and eat, but there's no peeing explosions, shenanigans this time.
There's food?
Yeah.
Oh,
They only
Yeah, he
lost the
brought-
cave fisher stuff. They didn't lose the actual food.
okay. You made it seem like all.
No,
of
he
them-
was crying because he lost all the money that he was going to get.
Okay.
Plus, I still had 2 days worth of stuff in my bag, so we'd be good
So-
either way.
You guys end up making it back to the elevator.
Oh, I still need that Dylan, the thing.
What thing?
I mean, he agreed to that thing and then changed his mind.
No, I just sent you a thing. Look in your private messages. I responded to you.
Yeah, no.
He remembered that you guys' plan was for him not to come up the elevator with you and for him to go through a portal, wasn't? Oh no, yeah, he's going up the elevator with you.
Yeah, because this
Yeah,
is
originally he was going to take a portal, but then he wanted to try out his bard stealthing abilities.
Yeah.
You're
And
welcome.
yeah, anytime someone is about to question him, he just kind of like waves his hand a little bit, and they suddenly get a bad headache and stop questioning him.
It's like that
You guys
one
get
scene
into the
from
elevator, and do you guys want to be the first or last group up?
I prefer to be.
Can we go in the middle?
I'm not getting it, Dylan.
That's actually true.
Huh?
Both what the party's doing.
Yeah. Essentially, Earl, you hear back in your head too many.
Okay. Because it made it
So-
seem like it was gonna happen, and then it was like, can't do it here.
It was, but it was like, you know how when it's the DR, it's gonna happen. You know, it's gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Oh, can't do it here. Okay, we can't do it here either. Okay, can't do it here. You know?
Okay. Yep.
So that's essentially what happened. So you guys go in the middle of the group. Lady Finest tries to hang back to go with you. Like, it's very clear that she's like, oh no, dear, I've hurt my ankle. I'll wait for the I'll go up with them. And he's like, nonsense, I won't hear any of it. We're getting you into a hot bath and getting your ankle treated immediately. And she ends up riding up ahead of you with her husband, glaring at you and Brynholt in particular the whole time.
Who? Me?
And no, at the group.
Oh.
And then you guys all get into the elevator and it goes up. And when you reach the top, you immediately hear crackling in your ears. And you hear Krieger's voice. And I swear, Maurice, she never should have said that, the two-faced. And then he kind of cuts off and is like, wait a minute. Who else is on this line?
Hey, Krieger.
Oh shit, you guys. You're not dead.
Nope.
Oh.
Actually,
Oh. Awkward. Who'd you lose?
No one.
Cool.
We
Oh,
found
hey,
my
you
brother.
You even got the guy.
I found
Yeah.
my brother.
Yeah, you should port us all back now, please.
Yeah, sure. Although Tyr wants to talk to him in private, so I'm gonna port you all back first, and I'll port him back in like, I don't know, 5 minutes.
why can't he just pull him into his private chambers?
I mean, when you guys get ported, you all come into the private chambers. He wants to talk to that one after he's done talking to you with you, though.
Could we
Alright,
not just
we'll let
walk
him know.
out like normal people?
Yeah,
Huh?
we can. We
Yeah.
can walk out of the elevator.
No. Can't be.
Like, can't we just walk out of his private chambers?
Right?
What?
Like normal people?
She's saying, can't we just walk out of the private room the moment we arrive?
I mean, you could, yeah.
Yeah, this way you can just
But
tell.
Tyr wants to talk to you all.
So can he
What?
not just walk out of the private chambers?
Look, Tyr's just really insisted on talking to this guy alone, apparently. I don't know why.
No, but
Yes, he
can't he
do
walk?
that.
Can't he come back into the room after we've left it?
Look,
He
This
does
one-
not go into the room with him.
I'm just doing what Tyr's telling me. You want to ask him when you get here.
I believe I should enter the room with them to put everyone else's mind at ease.
That's not
You
what
guys-
I'm worried about.
If
friend.
we leave him behind, what if something happens?
Your guys'
took a-
vision is all starting to go white.
I'm gonna very quickly look at him and say, "Hey, it'll be about 5 minutes. Don't die."
You hear a what in your head, and then you're all poof in Tyr's room. And he seems quite pleased with you all.
Well, I warned him. You should probably zoop him as soon as you get a chance so they don't kill him.
Yeah, hey Tyr, how about you just pull him in now? We can all leave the room and then come back in when you've had your little private tentacle jerk off session or whatever you want going on with him.
Because this is the way I want to do it.
Alright,
Okay,
but if he
friend.
dies, we tried.
What is it
Now
you
then.
wanted to speak to us about, friend?
I wanted to congratulate you on a good job. I do know he is an illithid. The second you breached the surface, I realized that. Now, before I bring him back, and I am very pleased with you for bringing an illithid back with you, this is much more valuable than the bard I sent you after.
Oh yeah, he's got way more bards in his brain.
You will be rewarded in kind for this. But firstly, what happened when I couldn't see you all?
We got piss drunk.
Before that, I couldn't see that, but I'm talking
Even-
about the moment you entered the Underdark, I lost vision.
I
Apart
do not
from-
know, friend. Perhaps there was some
Oh
sort of
gosh.
interference?
I'm not asking about the interference, I'm asking what you did. Report.
Okay. Went down with Whiskey Finest.
Yes.
Started making our way down.
Yes.
Cave-in happened, which crushed a bunch of, what are they called? Cave fishers? Cave
Yes.
fishers? Made our way back around after killing a ugly giant thing.
A Fomorian likely.
Yes, that. He made me ugly. It was not good for him.
Continue.
We got attacked by
Killed him,
spiders.
made our way back to a meetup point. Met up. They were drinking cave fisher blood, so they got drunk as shit. Fireball happened. Explosion happened. Knocked into a river. Knocked out. Fished out of the river.
Fireball? I
Yeah.
thought it was just an explosion.
Well, isn't that what it is? I don't literally mean the spell fireball out of character.
Continue.
So yeah, got fished out of the river by him. Made a deal with him. He's coming back with us. He took a form in order to convince them to let him out, and then we came out. That's the Cliff Notes version.
I tried lying to him and going,
Runes?
hey,
What do you mean runes? Aberforth. You guys all noticed the second Aberforth said the word runes, he perked up. Like he didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know
I
the
know.
part that they didn't really want to tell him, but now he's told him, so might as well just keep on going.
He immediately deflates a little. Who knows more about these runes?
I believe they might be some sort of illithid writing, but other than that, I know that Echo might know some more about that.
Hmm.
They were glowy.
I went
Drugs.
blind.
Did any of you touch them?
I didn't get a chance to. First time I saw one, there was a giant worm.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
I don't remember. Maybe?
Kane,
Hmm?
is this all true?
What? He doesn't believe us? That's mean.
What was the question?
Master T.
Tyr kind of just sighs as he realizes that Kane wasn't paying attention and says, "Never mind, it was a long shot anyways. You may as well continue on."
Oh, were you asking if they touched the runes?
I was, yes.
Oh, Master Tier.
Yes.
Just a forewarning. To attempt to get the Illithid to come with us when I thought he was going to be less than persuaded, I did tell him that we had a god that he could try and devour. Only because I assumed he would come with us and you'd be able to restrain him. But it seems he's a little more willing.
Picky.
In the future, please do not try to say that you will trade me for the subject's cooperation.
To be fair, he wasn't interested at all. He wanted me.
I
But I
also,
talked my way out of that.
I was trying to give, I just wanted to warn you of what I said.
Very well. Either way, if none of you have anything else to report, then to me, you may as well be on your way.
I will speak with you privately, my lord.
You may do so after I bring the Illithid.
Of course.
Right, I'm gonna go to bed then.
You're all dismissed, and everybody gains 2,000 experience for finishing this arc.
Damn it!
If you were present for more than half of this arc's long sessions, I'm granting an additional bonus experience. You can figure that out for how many ones you made and how many ones you didn't. That's up to you. And we're gonna go by a honor system.
I missed one.
Yeah, then you're definitely getting this. An additional 500 experience.
For
Damn
each
it.
one?
Not for each one, but for just being at more than half, like an additional bonus 500 for being at all the sessions in this arc.
Okay. I was here for a bunch.
I only made it to one.
Awesome! I'm only 250 away from the next level!
All right. That being said, though, this arc's closed out. I'm sorry the finale was kind of like a little bit of we have to hurry this up and contrive reasons